Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. It's the Eradicator and the inevitable has happened. I am making a trade video, of course, right? Star Citizen for 3.15 is here and trade has somewhat been fixed. Of course, not entirely. And there's a lot to talk about with trading, as Jack Axton made a very good video about the current state of trade, and I highly recommend it. I'll put it in the description down below if you want to check it out. And so, well, this video is going to be kind of an expansion of what it did with my own experience when it comes to trading. And so, since right now there are some issues, you can still randomly die, which of course is very unfortunate, would make your ship despawn, especially if you have cargo inside, you would lose all of your equipment, right? I would suggest that if you want to start trading, I suggest that you don't trade right away, but you maybe take a multi-delivery mission at 8,000 alpha UEC. These missions do take a little bit of time, but before you start trading, they would provide you with some income that would perhaps make it up for you in case you are losing, in case you die, for example, and you lose your equipment, like for example your armor or some gun. This kind of money will allow you to buy all of what you would lose eventually. Again, I'm talking about equipment, not cargo. Cargo is a whole other thing. Now, once you do that, well, eventually what I suggest is that you take one of the mission, you take a mission which makes you end at one of the locations where you are going to be buying your cargo. In this case, I chose a mission that is going to finish here at Nograd on Aberdeen, and that's great because following Jack Axton's video, I thought, well, you know what, maybe trading gold might not be a bad idea. I was originally planning to fly Constellation Taurus, that's the ship that I'm flying here. I was originally planning to buy some titanium because for some reason I started the game with 180,000 alpha UEC, so that's enough, more than enough actually, to fill a Constellation Taurus with titanium. But the price for titanium is quite high because everybody's trading titanium around the moons of on pretty much all the moons of the Stanton system, especially here on Ariel. So I decided not to buy it here and instead buy gold, which is very close to the base price right here at Nograd on Aberdeen. So it's going to be a little bit more interesting. Also, pro tip here, by the way, I know that Jack Axton did say that you can crouch on the elevator and on your ramp in order to not die. I have an alternative solution, something that has never made me die so far. I just jump. Especially, it's a good idea to do that because of the low gravity. So you are going to make very long and high jumps, which are going to make you go a little bit faster than if you were running. So that's, I think, a better solution. So far, it has worked. Fingers crossed. But maybe you'll die jumping. I don't know if this happened to you. Let me know. I'm just sharing my own experience, of course, right? Now, one of the other things that was reported that I have not experienced myself, but I could totally see that happening, is that apparently when you are going to some pads, especially Grimex, right, the ships get into an unknown state, and the only solution is to claim your ship. You can't even sell your cargo if this is happening. So I would strongly advise you to trade here on Microtech, which is where I'm going. But to trade on Microtech, you should not go to the spaceport. There is actually an alternative. There is a pad just outside of the commons. You don't necessarily need to land on the pad. You can land outside of the entrance, of course. I prefer to land on the pad because of roleplay reasons, but if you want to spare some time and get a little bit closer, that's also possible. And like this, you don't need to bother about the ATC. Your ship is not going to be taken by the starport. It will just stay here, and while you do your business here at the commons, sell your commodities here at the TDD. So here I'm going to sell my gold and then repeat the whole process. Now, one of the things that I've been recommending for quite some time when you're trading here at the TDD is if you have a ground vehicle, you should take your ground vehicle to go back and forth between the commons and your ship, simply because the walk, especially if you're at the pad, right, the walk can be a little bit tedious, especially as you can see right now I'm taking the buggy and it is snowing. There's also quite a bit of wind, so if I had been walking, the progression would have been very slow and it just would have hindered my progress. So I'll just be taking the vehicle when I come back, and I'll take it back to the commons and back and forth. So that's one of the uses here for ground vehicles. I think it's pretty cool to be using one of those because we don't really have much chances to do so. So there we have it, guys. These are my tips for trading in Star Citizen of 3.15, where you are building your income right now. Of course, this is not a tip for when you have millions of Alpha UEC and you trade full Caterpillars or Herculeses of Laranite and Titanium. We're not just there yet. That is just starting trading here when you are at the beginning of the patch, because that's it. Right? There's been a wipe, so we should be all back to zero, sort of. And while you build up while you pick up your capital, this is what I would suggest you to do. Anyway, guys, that's all for this video, but let me know in the comment section down below. This is to get a chance to win a Prospector, kindly given by Abner Doom. All you have to do is to subscribe to the channel, and there's my question right here. Have you tried trading? Have you lost money in trading in 3.15? So far, I have not, but let me know how lucky you have, or how lucky you have been, or maybe you're not interested in trading. That's also a possibility. Also, we've got a Retaliator too. This one is on my Discord channel for all the Patreons and people who have the Join Button membership program. You should have access to my Discord channel, and yeah, well, good luck to everyone out there. This one is from Dr. Forbin. Shout out to Dr. Forbin, shout out to Eric Owen as well for his awesome contribution on Patreon, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for more content on the channel. We've got a lot to talk, guys, about 3.15, so stay tuned to the channel. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later. A huge shout out to everyone who's been helping me out on Patreon and via the YouTube Joint Membership program. Creating content on YouTube involves continuous circles of ups and downs, and it is when we are the lower parts of the curve that your help really motivates me to keep on going. Your contribution really does make a difference, which is why in return I try to give back by offering backers access to my private Discord channel, automatic access to exclusive giveaways, or answering your questions during the show. You can help me out with as little as $1 a month, and any help is greatly appreciated. Thank you very much for watching again. This is the Eradicator. I'll see you guys later.